let me put it like this. Christian nationalists are not just wrong about what America is and how it was founded. Their beliefs and identity run counter to the ideals on which this nation was founded, right? That they are fundamentally un-American, but they're also
Right.
wildly unpopular. Okay, so they oppose marriage equality, and they're going to try to get marriage equality overturned at the Supreme Court. That is 100% coming.
Wow.
Meanwhile, 71% of Americans support marriage equality. They want to outlaw abortion. Meanwhile, 85% of Americans think it should be legal in some or most circumstances. They want a nation of Christians like them, right? Not the pluralistic nation that you were talking about, right? And one of my great joys in life is I love the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics, and I feel like it's a time where you can be unabashedly just proud of your country and not worry about anything else. And it's okay. That's like one of the times where it's truly okay. And one of the things that I love about the United States is that if you don't have the flags next to the names, any name up there could be somebody competing from the United States because of how diverse a country
Yeah.
we are, and how anybody could rise up through the ranks of our athletes to represent the United States. It's one of the things that I truly love. But anyway, Christian nationalists want a nation of Christians like them, white Christians like them, but 73% of Americans are more welcoming of religious pluralism. And I think that Christian nationalists would also ban contraception. And you can see this in a couple of the cases that they've brought over the years. For instance, in the Hobby Lobby decision, which was handed down in 2014, so a decade ago, you could really see the beginning of this, even to the mifepristone case that's happening right now at the Supreme Court. But something like 91% of Americans are in favor of contraception. And those numbers terrify them. They are
Right.
scared. And again, they're scared because nuns, N-O-N-E-S, right? Nuns are on the rise, because Americans are leaving religion behind, because we elected our first black president and a black female vice president, because we have marriage equality, because every day we are closer to racial and gender and LGBTQ equality, and because their status as the dominant group is threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So overall, they are losing the culture wars, right? They look at those numbers, they look at that and realize we cannot beat public opinion. And so they are trying, as you pointed out, to push back against that. I mean, that is the movement of Christian nationalism. And they have a bunch of different tactics. And one of the tactics is to pick those most extreme edges and try to carve off some of the people in the center. You see this happening all the time over the existence of trans people. They do all kinds of just awful things to try to carve off, sections of the squishy middle to oppose the existence of trans people.